Hey Flosstube, this is Rachel, the Pacific Coast Stitcher, and I am back for Flosstube number a little Miss Rosie with me, and she just got her second haircut and groomed, and she just wanted to say hello and happy stitching. All right, Rose. Welcome. It's good to be back with you. Today is Sunday, February 9th, but I hope you are doing well. It is great to spend a little bit of time with you. I want to thank my returning subscribers for coming back for some more Stitchy goodness. And if this is your first time with me, welcome. And I hope that you will find some enjoyment out of the video and find something that you like or something that you can relate to. It would be great to have you stick around. And just remember to, if you do enjoy the video, like, subscribe, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will uh, respond to your comment and get to know you a little bit better. So today we have a pretty straightforward video. We're going to go through I'm going to go through my previous finishes and the comments from last time when my mom was here. A few of you asked me to show up closer and review the stitches that were in the background. So I'm going to go through my previous finishes. I don't have any FFOs today. I feel like I just filmed. It's only been about a week and a half since my mom was here. So I don't have any FFOs. I do have a pile of stuff that I need to FFO. We always have a pile, but there were some things I wanted to get done before I filmed next that I'll have done for next time. I have some finishes and new starts, whips. We will go through. Haul is very small today, and I got my first piece of Stitchy kindness that I'm extremely excited to share with you. And then we'll talk about retreats, plans, and I will go through our giveaway winners. So sit back. I hope you're stitching and just enjoy. So for previous finishes, let's go with this one first. So when I first started stitching 5 years ago, I started with just the small Lori Holt stitch cards. And then I went to something a little bit bigger. And then this here was the first big stitch that I did. And this is Quilty Love. It is an It's So Emma pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. And you know this is one of my first stitches because it is stitched on 10 count. And I used all the called for DMC. I absolutely loved stitching this. Every single stitch, I blew through it. My mom went ahead and put the buttons on for me and did attach the rickrack as well. But I absolutely love this. And it was a great first big piece to attempt. And it is something every Valentine's Day I am super excited to pull out and have on display. So yes, 10 count, It's So Emma, called Quilty Love. The next one here is it was a monthly club, I believe, from Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is February. It was stitched on 16 count, I think beige. But adorable, just pulling in the hearts theme, the pink. I showed you guys January. I only have January and February done. I have a start on a couple of the other ones, but these are the only two that I had. January and February are the only two that I have fully finished and fully finished. But this frame I purchased from Fat Quarter Shop, and it was designed to go with this particular stitch, and then you just swap them out every month. So that is a previous finish. Again, something I enjoy putting out every year. This is also a Country Cottage needlework piece called Love Lives Here. That's called for DMC. And just give you a closer up peek of it here. I really enjoy Valentine stitching, just the pinks, the reds, the hearts, all very cute. My mom stitched this one as well. Her finish is different than mine. But again, a beautiful piece to just have out for the holiday. And then the other one that I have, Stitching with the Housewives, stitched on black 14 count Ada. And I did the housewife stitching stripes behind it, finished it with a little envelope from Hobby Lobby on one of the little blocks from Hobby Lobby. This finish was completely inspired by Priscilla of Stitching with the Housewives. I believe she finished hers just the same way. And I stitched this up a couple years ago, and I think I FFO'd it last year. Again, very cute, just Valentine stitching that to have on display for this time of year. Those are my previous finishes. I think I covered all the details. If there's something you want to ask about it, just go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you can always send me a message on Instagram. I'm at Pacific Coast Stitcher on Instagram, and I will share the details. Next, we're going to move to new starts and finishes. So I had 2 new starts and I had multiple new starts, but 2 of my new starts I finished, and they're actually gifts. I'm just praying the people that I'm going to gift it to do not watch this. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first one that I have here is for a friend of mine. And this pattern I found on Etsy. My friend is huge. I'm personally not a big Britney Spears fan. I was a little too, when she was popular, I was a little too old to be into Britney Spears. But he absolutely adores her, and I thought this would be a really cute, just fun stitch too for him to have up in his house. So I found this pattern on Etsy by Rosie Rue Creations, and I stitched it on 25 count vintage country mocha. I used Classic Colorworks black coffee, and it was all stitched in one. I stitched it up in an evening. It went really quick. And I know that he is just going to absolutely love this. So I thought that was just a super fun stitch, and wasn't part of my plans, but I've just been feel really called to stitch meaningful pieces for people in my life right now. And this is the one I picked for my one friend. And I am going to actually get this shipped out in the next 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to fully finish it in a hoop, and I will make sure that I take pictures. So next time we film, we can insert those so you can see the FFO. So that is one there. The next one I stitched in an evening as well. And I didn't have, that was a PDF, so I didn't print out the pattern. I try to sometimes, or print out the cover picture of it. Basically, you get the idea of what the pattern is. Excuse me. The next one was a new release by Finally a Farm Girl, called Sister in Christ. And she's coming out with a new series. This is the first one, Stitches of Faith. I stitched this also on 25 counts vintage country mocha, and I used the called for DMC, Sister in Christ, Sister for Life. Very sweet stitch. I'm excited to see what other stitches come next in this series, but I'm going to finish this into a little pillow and send that off to a friend of mine as well. So those are my new starts as well as finishes. My whips. Let's do whips next. Do we want to do whip? No, let's do new starts that have now turned officially into whips. I did start Valentine's Day Alphabet by Primrose Cottage. I was fortunate enough to purchase the finishing kit. So I do have the board to finish it on. And I did get the floss pack as well. So I have the whole kit and caboodle, and I'm stitching it on 32 count blush and using the called for, since I bought the floss pack, it's a mix of color and cotton, classic color works, and then just one DMC. The one DMC is the B5200. But that is my start on it, and it's going very quickly. And I think I've mentioned before, I want to do all of Lindsay's alphabet because I would like to display them in my classroom at some point in time. I will be stitching. I have the other ones. I just haven't stitched them yet. But yeah, so this is now a whip. I plan to work on this until it's finished and FFO it just as the picture shows. Okay, my next, it's a very tiny new start, but it counts, right? My next one is by Primrose Cottage as well. This is the free pattern Friday for the month of February, Be My Valentine. And I've got the tiniest ever, so little tiny start on this one. There's maybe 10 stitches. So you can see I literally started in this little corner way up there. And this is just the beginning of the little bee house. So that is Be My Valentine, Primrose Cottage. I have a few other Valentine patterns that I want to stitch this season. I think I showed them last time. So there'll be some new starts throughout the whole month. So whips that you've seen, well, you've seen one of them before, and then two are previous whips from last year that are Valentines that I'm picking up to, that I picked up to work on this year. And I've made some progress on him. I'm stitching him on 32 count linen by Picture This Plus in the color Sand. And here he is. Here he is right here with his little hearts next to him, little rosy cheeks. So adorable. This one, here I am back to white stitching, but really enjoyable. It's been a really fun stitch, and I'm going to keep going on him. It's a good mix of winter and so that's where I'm at on Happy Heart Snowman. And then the next two you haven't seen before because I started them last year and didn't finish them. So they carried over into this year. This first one is by Heart in Hand, Big Hearted Tiny Town. We have all seen it. We all love it. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to finish it this year. I am stitching this on 32 count powder pink splash by Fabric Flare. And I really love the fabric. I'm so glad I pulled this out because I have quite a bit left over, and I'm going to use it in some of my other Valentine stitching. So you can see here from the pattern, I'm working on this house. I just have this little bit left to go. And I did buy a finishing piece for this. So I have that ready to go too. I just need to finish the stitch and FFO it. So Big Hearted Tiny Town. I have a few others of those. This is the only one that I've started of the series. I do have some of the other ones that I would like to get to eventually. The next one I couldn't find the pattern for, but you've seen it. We all know it is by Primrose Cottage. It is Valentine's Quilt. Valentine's Quaker. You guys you'll know when you see it here. But this I had started last year and I've gotten a couple stitches this week and plan to pick it up and finish it, but very sweet. It is stitched in one color. I believe it is Melon by Ripe Melon by Classic Colorworks. This is stitched on 32 count blush. I did buy the finishing kit for it. It will be FFO'd as soon as I finish stitching it. Awesome. All right. So that is it for my stitching. Again, it was doesn't seem like very much for me just because we did stitch just like a week and a half, or I did film just a week and a half ago. I also recently went back to substitute teaching. So I guess I'm just back to teaching, but I've just started substitute teaching a couple days a week to get a feel for the schools in this area since I'm new to the area and where I would potentially like to work full time next year if that's what I choose to do. So I have noticed my stitching time went down drastically over the last week and a half. Typically on days that I teach, I don't come home and stitch. I'm usually pretty tired. We'll see how the stitching goes as I get out there and sub. Let's see what is next. Let's do haul and stitchy clothes. Let's do haul first. I just got 2 patterns. Last time I had I think I had enough haul to last the next 3 years. But I had already ordered these and they came in the mail. They are by Stacy Nash. I ordered from Colorado Cross Stitcher. And I just want to say, if you've ever ordered anything from Colorado's Cross Stitcher, the way it comes packaged, it makes it a little extra special. I don't know about you, but I love getting packages in the mail. Even though I know what I've ordered, there is still something about the doorbell ringing or walking to the mailbox and there being a package inside. And Sherry, every time I get a package from her, you open it up and what you've ordered is wrapped in tissue with a cute little sticker. And the tissue this time was like a red polka dot. And it's just something to make it, even though it's already special, to make it a little bit extra special. So what I ordered is 2 Stacy Nash patterns because I would like to do some of these in the series. This is the Animal Cracker series, and this is Blizzard, this cute little fox, and his little cup of hot chocolate. When I stitch these and I get them put out, John's gonna be like, what in the world? I can't wait. So that's a Blizzard. I believe there's another fox one too that I would like to get at some point in time. Why I was inspired to stitch some of these is from my friend Tammy at Leopard and Lace Co. She stitched and did a finish on Maggie May, and she is so cute. She did her own color conversion, and she so generously shared it with me. So as soon as that pattern arrives, I'm going to get started on Maggie May. She's very, very cute. The other one that I got is Chili, which is the little penguin. And he has his little accessory is the snowman. And these are just adorable. So I'm looking forward to stitching them up and eventually getting them out on display in the house. Okay. So I got a message from my new friend in LA. Her name is Lauren. And when I started my Flosstube, she commented and we started talking back and forth and have gotten to know each other a little bit. And she was the one that actually told me about a retreat I'm going on at the end of the month. And I'll tell you more about that in just a couple minutes. But Lauren messaged me maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and said that she had a piece of linen that she wasn't going to stitch on. And she asked if she could send it to me, which is to think of me and was just so sweet. And that I think just speaks volumes about the community that we are in and we have the privilege of being a part of. But this is the adorable card she sent me. Beautiful, bright colors. Absolutely adorable. And the fabric that she sent me, I cannot wait to find something to stitch on this because it is absolutely beautiful. It is a 28 count piece of fabric from Dyeing for Cross Stitch. I'll just pull that up here so you can see it. Dyeing for Cross Stitch by Kathy David. It is a linen 28 count. And let's see how it looks on the top cam here, if we can get some of the good coloring. Nice yellows and green. It is a beautiful piece of, oh, there you can really see the colors. Let me hold it up this way too. Ah. So Lauren, thank you so much. That was so thoughtful and really, really of me. And she is so sweet in the card. She goes, no piece of fabric can travel alone. So she added in a couple extra goodies, which are just so sweet and thoughtful. She sent 2 packs of flowers, flower stickers, which I have a big, I feel like stitchers are also sticker collectors and sticker users as well as teachers. I do have it's not the book of days, but I do have a journal that I keep with all of my stitching. It's a monthly calendar and I write all my stitching in there. I'll show it to you guys at some point in time, but these stickers will definitely go to use in there. So thank you, Lauren, for those. And then she also sent 3 adorable needle minders. And there's a little honeybee, a flower, and be creative. I really wanted to open this up and use one of them on my new starts, but I figured I would hold off and show them to you first. And then she sent me 4 flosses by Threadworks, which I've never used Threadworks before. Lauren, thank you. I'm excited to try. I'll put them on the top camera. It'll be easier. The tabletop camera for you to see. So some great colors there. The variegation and honestly, the variegation in all 4 of them is amazing. So first piece of Stitchy kindness. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Lauren, it has been wonderful to get to know you. Lauren also has an amazing start. I want to say she's a little more than halfway through on Cinnamon Stars. And so that's how we connected. Maybe her and I can get back to stitching it in the next couple months so we can both have it finished for fall this year. So that is haul and Stitchy kindness. We have 2 things left, 3 things left to talk about. Plans, I'm going to just keep working on some Valentine's things. I do want to get back to Snow Village, and I'll have a full 2 weeks to stitch before my next video. So I'm hoping to pull out some of the bigger ones that I want to work on. Snow Village. Christmas Garden is still there. I would still really like to get that border finished. So we'll see. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of start in the next 2 weeks as well. So those are my loose plans. And let's talk about retreats. So I have never been to a retreat before, and I'm very excited. I am going to have an opportunity this year to go to a few. And I wanted to share information about those with you. And I'm sure you guys have heard of these. I feel like this time of year is really when we start spreading the word about the retreats that are coming up for the next year. So I just wanted to let you know the 3 that so far that I'm attending. And if you plan on attending those, it would be great to make sure that we meet up and get to know each other a little bit better. So the first retreat that I'm going on is one that my friend Lauren told me about, and it is in Anaheim, California. And the name is so appropriate. How could the Pacific Coast Stitcher not go to the Pacific Stitching Retreat? This retreat is being put on by Live and Die LA, and it is February 27th through March 2nd in Anaheim. So that's just 2 weeks away. And I'm super, super excited to just go to my first retreat, have the whole experience. I do want to stitch a small to do the smalls exchange. So just looking forward to that experience. And so far, the whole process of signing up and getting information has all been very smooth. And the girls that live in Die LA have just been wonderful. So I'm excited to get to meet everybody in person who's attending that retreat. The next retreat is Chantel's 141 Spring Break 2025. Super excited. I will be traveling to Michigan for this. It is in Williamston, Michigan. It is May 1st through May 4th, and it has special guest Nicole Spohr. So really excited to travel a little bit for stitching and to see Chantel's shop, get to meet Nicole. I've done a couple of her sales, which I've shared with you in the past, and we're going to be doing some finishing with Nicole. So I think it will be a really good time. I am hopefully my mom will be joining me on that one as well. I did sign her up. Uh, it should be a nice, fun girls trip. And then the third one that I signed up for is in September, and it is the Stitch Flossie Retreat 2025. I believe this is Amy of Amy Mrs. Flossie, her first retreat that she's putting on, and it is in Tempe, Arizona. We tend to actually travel to Arizona quite a bit, so it's a really quick flight. Honestly, living in Vegas, we can really get anywhere pretty easily. So it makes being able to attend these retreats a lot very accessible. So those are the three I have on my list. There are I would love to attend all of them. Of course, there is real life and I have to get stuff done around the house, substitute teach and all that good stuff. Take care of the puppies. But if I end up planning any more and adding them into the schedule for 2025, I will definitely let you know. Please leave me a comment if you are going to be at any of those retreats or if you are attending one that you think that I would enjoy and there's still openings. And I did make a couple purchases to prep me for the retreat, so I will share that goodness with you next time. My mom and I had a conversation about the Flosstube that she filmed with me, and I believe that I've been able to talk her into joining us once a month. So maybe every other video, every 2 videos of mine, she will jump on, we'll Zoom her in, and she will share what she's been stitching and previous finishes, all that good stuff. So we got some great feedback with her filming with me. She had a lot of fun, which is what I was hoping for. And I'll be excited on this journey as I evolve on my stitching journey. And now I get to bring my mom along with me. All right, our giveaway winners. Congratulations to everyone who won. Thank you so much for all the comments. I got some creative comments with the keywords for the patterns that you guys wanted to be entered in for. So thank you so much for taking the time and for just being able to participate, put a smile on my face. John and I read them together and we both had a good laugh and just really enjoyed all the positivity that you all sent my way. So let me go through and I will read these off and read the winners. And all you need to do is I will put my email below. Just shoot me an email. Let me know what you want and your mailing address, and I will get these out to you in the next couple of days. We're actually going to we're going to go on a trip this week. I would like to get all these in the mail before we leave on Wednesday. So hopefully you will have a chance to send me a quick message. You can preferably by email, but you can also hop on Instagram and send me a message there with what you won and your mailing address. So the first one up is Valentine's Day alphabet. Keyword was Valentine. The winner is Kim Patterson 233. Kim Patterson with an O-N 2333. Congratulations, Kim. Excited to send this your way. Excited to see your stitch on it. The next one that I'm giving away is Wintertime. And the keyword was Wintertime. And the winner is Annabelle Wilcom, Wilkomm. Wintertime is coming your way, Annabelle. Congratulations. Next one is Hop Into Spring. Look at that little bunny. Stitching Granny of 18 will be adding this to her spring stitching. Stitching Granny of 18. Congratulations. The next one is this beautiful red sampler, Winifred Glarke. And the keyword was Winifred. And our winner is Kathy Madrid 6044. Kathy, just send me an email, give me your email address, or excuse me, give me your mailing address, and I will get this on its way to you by Pineberry Lane. Congratulations. The next is the big one. Flea. The winner is Kathy 4642. The AT is 9 and 4612. That's a congratulations. And the last one is Snowballs for sale. Keyword was snowballs. And the winner of Snowballs for sale is Cisco Stitches, Sisco, and then Stitches. So congratulations to all of our winners. Again, please just email me and I will get these out to you as soon as possible. So I think that clears the table for today. And the puppies have been sleeping the whole time. John took them on a walk. We take them on walks every day, but they got their walk a little bit before this. So they have literally just been sleeping. But thank you again for joining me. I am happy to be here. I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm wearing my Valentine shirt for you all. And be safe. God bless. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, Flosstube.